I figured I would give those of you who are looking for changing leaves and such a little better view of what is around me. Starting to thin out up there a bit, but autumn in New England. It's actually about 70 degrees out, so let me see if I can get closer there a little bit. That's the little island out on the pond. Okay. And now that I've given you your foliage view for the day, on with the tag. See all the turkeys out in the backyard. Sorry for the shakiness, but my arms are not steady today. I'm trying to brace them against the door, but it's still... Anyway, there are turkey pals visiting in the backyard, nervously awaiting Thanksgiving. Okay, that's all. Hello and welcome to my porch. My name is Roy. I am a home cook and amateur baker, and I am here on this channel typically sharing recipes that have helped me to lose over 125 pounds, whether those recipes are mine or someone else's. Today I'm on the porch, so you know what that means. It is another tag. In fact, this is the last of the Halloween tags created by Sandy over at Let's Get Fit with Sandy. And I was tagged once again by my friend Kim over at A Girl and Her Phone. So thank you to both of them for this tag. So let us get into it. Number one, what was your favorite Halloween costume? If you've watched any of these tags, you know it's very hard for me to have favorites of anything. But there are two that immediately come to mind. Well, there are a lot that come to mind. I did the Borg from Star Trek The Next Generation. I actually shaved my head for that one. I did the Joker, which I showed like last week or the week before, where I had to sculpt my face and do the prosthetic. But one of my absolute favorites, and I don't know if I'd be able to find a picture of this somewhere because my pictures are all scattered. But I was Death, but I was my own version of Death. So what I made was this big, it wasn't even like a robe. It was like a, of course I have neighbors blowing leaves right now. Oh well. It was this giant piece of fabric, almost like a poncho kind of thing that I did. I hung it out on my wall and I tore all sorts of black fabrics, grayish fabrics, shredded them and sewed them onto this big poncho type of thing. So it would hang over me and it was this big drapey thing. And then I had, see, I hope I can find a picture because this is probably difficult to envision, but, and then I had another bit of like gauzy black fabric that I wrapped around so my eyes were peeking out. It was wrapped around my head. It was definitely a different take on Death. I had these long black nails with these fingerless gloves. I'm going to really search for a picture. That's one of my favorites. The second favorite, which I know I have a picture of because I've shared it here before, was when I did Dame Edna just before my body made it difficult for me to do makeup and costuming and things like that. I mean, I can still throw on a costume, but I can't, I have difficulty with the makeup because of my shaky hands. I don't want to poke my eye out. But that's another one. So I know I have a picture of that one I can show. I hope I can find one of the death costume, because that one I really loved and it was so warm. Anyway. Long-winded, I told you. 2, if you could have a spooky Halloween pet, what would it be? Black cat, owl, bat, etc. If you have watched these tags at all, you know I'm not really a pet person. I don't want the responsibility of having a pet, of having to take care of things. I have Paul. That's more than enough. But since I have to choose something, I would probably go with the black cat. Kim, I'm sure, will go for an owl. I can't imagine anyone wanting a bat. We have bats around here sometimes. They freak me out. Yeah, I'm not a fan. But those are the only things I can think of. I don't know if there'd be another pet that I could imagine for Halloween. I guess like a demon dog. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Take that for a walk and go past neighbors that you don't particularly like. Anyway, yeah, I'd probably go with a black cat. That seems the most tame of them all. And also, cats tend to be more independent. They can't clean their own litter box, but yeah, so I guess I'll go with a black cat. What Halloween candy do you hate the most? I think a lot of people, hello. I think a lot of people are going to say candy corn. And I think I would have to agree. I love the candy corn, or those harvest mix where they have the one shaped like pumpkin. It's the same basic candy, just in a different shape. I like them for the first 1, 2, 3 bites. And then it's just like, horrible. So I'd have to go for that candy corn harvest mix type of deal. Because I really hate very little candy, unfortunately. Okay. Number 4, what Halloween treat do you like the most? I love a Snickers. That's probably one of my favorite candies is Snickers. So I would say Snickers, but I also really enjoy a popcorn ball. You don't usually see them that much, but I love biting into it and that crunch. I mean, that's maybe sometimes more of a Christmas treat, but I've gotten them for Halloween as well. So, but if I could get only one treat, it would be a Snickers bar. When you were a kid, how long did your Halloween candy last? I don't remember. When I was a kid, it was a very long time ago. I don't remember it lasting too long. I would say maybe 4 or 5 days. And I'm sure some of it was my mother getting into it as well. I'm sure it wasn't just me. But yeah, usually I would have been pretty like, well, maybe not 4 or 5 days. Maybe I'll go for 3 because I was a sugar addict. I still am a sugar addict. I love eating candy. And once you get that sugar, it's like, oh, give me more. I'll go with 3 days. Again, it was a long time ago. In a galaxy far, far, never mind. 6, as an adult, did you ever steal your child's Halloween candy? Roy, I'm highlighted here, or anyone who doesn't have children, the question is, would you if you had children? Of course I would. And of course I have. I've had taken some from my niece or nephew or whatever on occasion, just like 1 or 2, not like crazy amount, but yeah, I've taken 1 or 2. So of course I would. If I had kids especially, you know, I would eat them to sacrifice myself for their well-being. They don't need all that sugar. I'm just trying to save them. Okay, number 7. Do you hand out your favorite candy you don't like, or the cheapest candy? We don't get any trick-or-treaters here because we're kind of remote. It definitely wouldn't be candy I wouldn't like, because when I did hand out candy, I wouldn't say, oh, somebody's going to like this and let me buy stuff. And I get the reasoning is that you then wouldn't eat it. But I would probably eat it anyway, knowing me, whether I liked it or not. So I'd probably go for my favorite candy and also the cheapest. So whatever was cheapest that I liked, so I'd have to combine those. Well, I guess I can't combine those, that's cheating. I guess I'd go for my, no, I'm a tightwad. I'd go with the cheapest candy. It'd probably likely be one I really liked, but it'd still be cheap because I'm cheap. Okay, number 8. How old were you when you saw your first scary movie? Well, I was very young because my father had a Super 8 projector, which those of you who are younger may not know what that is, but it's like a little film projector that you could watch your home movies on the wall or on a sheet or whatever. And it must have been my father, because I can't imagine my mother doing it. Although she may have. I don't know who got them for me. But I had little Super 8 reels of Frankenstein and Dracula, those kind of old movies. And I would show them against my wall in the bedroom. And I was probably 6 or 7. So I've liked horror, scary movies, stuff ever since I was little. As I said before, you know, I used to tell scary stories to my brothers when I was like 6 or 7 or 8. around there. But yeah, I was very young because I used to love watching like Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, the Werewolf, or the Wolfman. So yeah, I was probably around 6 or 7. Long-winded, I'm telling you. 9, do you decorate either outside or inside your house for Halloween? Now I do neither. I used to do both. I used to have I still have the decorations. It's just difficult for me to get to them. And we're so remote and it's just us. And it just seems like a lot of work now, the older I get. But I used to go all out. I used to do the cobwebs and all sorts of things. So I would do inside and outside the house, but not anymore. And number 10, the last question. What are you going to be for Halloween this year? Like I said, the last costume that I did was my Dame Edna costume, which was 5, 6 years ago now, before my body got too bad to do all the makeup and stuff. I haven't dressed up since then. Although I am doing a Halloween collab for Halloween type treats on Halloween, which is a Sunday this year. And my Aunt Dawn has told me I need to dress up. I don't really have a lot left around the house, so those acorns. So we will see if I can finagle something, even if I just put on a wig or color my hair or something. I'll probably do something little, but it's not going to be an actual costume. So basically, I guess I'm saying in my very long-winded fashion that I'm not really going as anything this year, at least nothing specific. That does it for the Halloween tags. Our Halloween tag season is over. So thank you again to Sandy from Let's Get Fit with Sandy for doing all of these fun Halloween tags the past 3 weeks. And thank you to my pal Kim, the witch herself, who has tagged me once again. And I will be tagging, I know, it's a shock, but I will be tagging Jenn and Steve, Mr. and Mrs. Chaos, over at Embracing Chaos with Steve. With Steve? Wow. Maybe I think he's I can't even speak. I must be thinking he's more chaotic than Jenn. It is Embracing Chaos with Jenn. So go check all of them out and their tags and their channels. And if you like this tag, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you are looking for recipes that can help you on a weight loss journey. And hit the notification bell so that way you're notified whenever I upload any sort of video, such as this one, or my Halloween collab coming up. And comment down below what your responses to some of these questions are. I will leave the list of questions down in the description box, along with my code for Fiber Gourmet Pasta, my Skinny Syrups code, my email, my mailing address, my whatever. All that information is down there, as well as the other people who are doing these tags, or just people I follow for WW content. So, I hope you will also join me on social media. You can check out, that was close. Well, it wasn't close, it was just loud, it scared me. Anyway, check out my Instagram, I will leave the handle here. And my 2 Facebook groups. One is mine alone, Recipes with Roy, and the other one is Finding Our Way, WEIGH. And I co-admin that one with Jennifer Lynn from the Jennifer Lynn channel, as well as Bree Coleman from Balancing Life with Bree. So come join us over there. There's a lot of great people, tips, tricks, support, recipes, whatever you need. And if it's not there, just ask. So I guess that does it for October tags. Halloween tags are over. So until the next time, bye.